Hello everyone, welcome to philviestory. Today I'll be baking double chocolate Ogura cake. In this recipe, I'll be using two types of chocolate. One is the dark chocolate and another is white chocolate. For dark chocolate, because I don't have the bar type, I'll be using a chocolate powder, added some water to make it into a chocolate paste. As for the white chocolate, I'll be using the white chocolate bar type. I grated it and then we'll put into the steamer, double boil it to melt it with a little bit of milk. You can also melt the chocolate using microwave, and if you don't have the bar type chocolate, you can either use powder or even chocolate chips. Set the chocolate aside and we'll move on to the yellow batter. First, you need to preheat the oven to 180 degrees and also prepare 8-inch round cake pan or a 7-inch square pan. I've lined the bottom, but the sides, it's okay, you do not need to do anything to the sides because this will use meringue as the rising agent and it needs to cling on the pan to rise. So use a whisk and then beat the egg to combine and add in the white chocolate. Just mix it well with a whisk. It's not necessary to use a stand mixer or a hand mixer to whisk this together because all we need to do is just to combine everything. So after you put in the white chocolate, add in the vanilla essence, the salt, and also the oil. I will have the full recipe listed down in the description box below. You may refer to that, or if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below. Once everything is combined together, just sift in the cake flour and whisk until everything is well combined. So the yellow batter is done, set it aside, and then next step we're gonna make a foam peak meringue. Meringue is actually egg whites beat together with sugars, and then if you want to, you can add cream of tartar to stabilize the meringue. If you don't have cream of tartar, you can replace it with a little bit of salt or a little bit of cornstarch or a little bit of lemon juice. And it is okay if you don't have any of that, you just use a sugar and also egg whites. Tips on making meringue is that you need a very clean bowl. If it should not have any oil stain, you can wipe it down with vinegar, and the eggs needs to be fresh, and there's no the egg whites must not have any specks of yolks in it. So make sure that when you separate it, it is pure egg whites. And then also normally I use my egg whites directly from the fridge because maybe Malaysia is a very hot weather, so by the time I beat it, it already turned warm, so room temperature egg is not necessary. So just beat it till foamy and then gradually add in the sugars and beat until foam peak forms. Next is to mix the yellow batter with the meringue. We're going to combine these two by folding it gently in 3 additions. This may look easy, but then this is actually the trickiest part of making the Ogura because you need to make sure that the egg whites is well incorporated into the yellow batter, and yet you did not over fold it or did not over mix it till the egg whites deflated. Because if the egg whites deflated, then you have your cake won't be rising. After baking, trying, failing, successing many of Ogura cakes, the meringue really plays an important role in the success of this cake, because if the meringue is too stiff, you will have a hard time mixing it into the yellow batter. It will become like foamy and cloudy, which we're gonna end up over mixing it. And if the meringue is too soft, it's not even not firm cake, it's in a soft cake, it may not be strong enough to hold the cake together. So after you bake it, when you take out from the oven, it may sink. We're gonna make two flavors of the cake combined into this, so I'm gonna pour out some for the white chocolate and some for the dark chocolate. I'm just gonna eyeball this. Do not really need to kind of weigh it, just roughly one, the ratio will be like 1/3, something like that. And the bigger portion I'll put double chocolate. And you can design the cake anyhow you like. I'm doing a double layer with the white chocolate in the middle. If you want, you can put it half or do a zebra cake with it, or just marble with it. So after putting in the chocolate paste, then fold it in into the cake batter. Next is to pour the batter into the cake pan. Make sure you pull it high up a bit, like making a waterfall. Like this, it will release some of the air bubbles so that your cake won't have lots of holes. Once the cake pan is filled, then tap a few times on the tabletop to release more air bubbles, and we're gonna bake this in water bath method. So get a bigger cake pan, fill it in with hot water, roughly about 1 to 1.5 cm, and put in the cake batter pan in it. Bake this at, I'll leave the temperature that I use in the description box below, because everyone's oven is different. The usual people will ask to bake like 180 Celsius for 60 minutes, but mine oven is a bit finicky. I have figured my oven out, and I'll share the temperature that I use in the description box below. Once the cake is out from the oven, immediately remove it from the pan. Ogura cake is a little bit difficult to bake, because if you underbake it, it will sing. If you overbake it, it will sing. And if you did not mix it well, it will also sing. So, and if it doesn't sing, it will crack. And sometimes you get a big roughly shell-like of Ogura. So if you have any problem when that you encounter while baking Ogura cake, you can leave your comment or in the comment section, and I'll try my best to help you with the questions that you have. So thank you for watching. Bye.